meeting to order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anybody have any public comments? Either. Any items to be removed from the consent agenda? I have none. Neither do I. And fiscal officers report.
The only comment I have for you today is that the auditors are coming back in. We had 3 audits this year. We have our regular audit for 24. We have a pension audit for fire for 23. And the ARPA audit that's coming for 24's expenses too. So much fun.
It's a thrill.
It is just, I mean, we just finished last year's.
Elon Musk is coming in too.
Let's get the nose working. But that's it, that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Russ. Okay. Under new business, we have resolution 5574 under administration. A resolution declaring personal property as surplus and approving the internet auction, direct sale donations, disposal or destruction of said property, dispense with the second reading.
That's correct. This particular surplus, there's 2 items on it. One is tied to a purchase in the next resolution. The other one are the NDCs that fire department purchased a while back, and they're going to phase those in. So as the new ones come in, the old ones will go away, and will likely be destroyed.
Okay. So motion to approve 5574.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mutersbaugh.
Yay.
Mr. Wood.
Then we have 5575, a resolution authorizing the township administrator to incur obligations greater than $10,000 on behalf of the township and dispense with the second reading.
So there were originally 5 purchases on the incur obligations resolution. We'd like to strike number A, exhibit A and B in this resolution, and only consider C, D, and E. C is the purchase of the T0 returns that keep the surplus, the other ones to trade in. D is a recommendation to purchase a pneumatic unit on an F550 4x4, and E is remounting an existing box on a brand new chassis.
Get your comments on that one.
I can do it now. Yeah, so this will be the first time we've done a remount. So we switched to the Ford chassis a while back. They're 4-wheel drive. They ride a little bit better. They're a nice unit. However, they don't hold up over the long term as the old medium-duty Internationals. So you keep the box because those hold up real well and do good, and just buy a new chassis and put it underneath it. And so for the long term, you save a little bit of money. Still, the refurb costs what a pneumatic used to cost, and then a pneumatic costs what a fire engine used to cost. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, I thought that was good that you can do that. Maybe you have been able to do it, we just didn't have to need it.
Yeah, before the cost benefit really wasn't the greatest because it was still expensive to do, and you could buy a pneumatic for just a few more $1,000, and you knew everything was going to be new on it, and it was going to be, ready to go. This way, we did some research. Horton, the manufacturer of our ambulance, just built a new facility that just strictly does refurb, so or remounts. So we're going to give it a try and see how it goes.
That's cool.
They will hold the prices on these steady for, because we're not going to deliver until 25, 6? 27.
Yeah, the new one will be here 28. The remounting should be done early 27.
So it still takes a couple of years to get to a remount.
Yeah, because there's a line to get in, and then allowed to do it.
And these are both state bid pricing.
Correct.
That's great. So, glad you found that, and save a little money. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And we have,
We need to modify this
right.
first, please, and then...
Correct.
This is, okay.
So we need to motion
A and B.
modify, yeah.
Okay. So is there a motion to approve the amended 5575 and amend it by removing A and B?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. White?
Yay.
Now we need to vote.
Yep. Okay, then all in favor?
Yay.
Does he have to move for?
Yeah, we need a, so you approve the amended, now you need a now you need a second motion to approve the amended, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the amended? There you go. Yep, 5575. So removing A and B. So, yes. Yes.
Second?
Yes.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. White?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And then resolution 5576 is off the agenda.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask Rich to, everybody remembers Rich Service from Energy Alliances. We're going to talk to the board about the current conditions of the electric aggregation program as well as our facilities electrical. So, Rich, you can identify your business address for the tour.
Rich Soris, Energy Alliances, 8469 Blue Ash Road, Cincinnati, 45236. Thanks to the board and Mr. Clark for having us back out again. I believe he shared a memo with you that we had put together, last week to show where the market is now and where things have been. I think we've kicked the higher prices down the road for many years. Right? We used to do 3-year deals and ended up doing that 2-year deal, even let it lapse for a while. We kind of let things pushing it off, and eventually now it's sort of caught up to us. But overall, your programs have done fantastic for your residents who have participated. They've over $1.7 million just over the last less than 2 years for the residents who have participated. So it's obviously fantastic savings.
How many years?
So we'll call it 2 right now. Yeah, because your AES, I'm sorry, I have these split. Your AES one started again in February of 23, and then your Duke one started in June of 23, so a little bit less than 2 years right now. So obviously great savings. We're seeing, the market right now is kind of out of control. The 2 main components are the power price, so you can think about that as what it takes a producer to either produce the power and or buy it from the market to then resell it to us as consumers, and the capacity. So the capacity component is what, it's a signal to the market to say, is there enough generation on the system for us to produce enough power? And right now, where prices have been, and you'll see that chart, I believe, on the first page of the memo, it's up over $270 a megawatt there. Don't worry so much about the unit of measure, but it's up 4 times from where it is right now. So that signals to the market that there are concerns about generation, at least in the short term. We've seen a lot of power plants retire. We had, even here in Duke, we had some of those big coal plants along the river, drop by Moscow that have closed down. There's a lot of increased demand. Though big facilities coming to Ohio are great for economic development, they obviously put a strain on the system as well. So right now, that's really the main component that's kind of driving these higher prices. I have on that last page 2, you can see kind of where prices are coming in. So we'll say right now both Duke and AES are pretty close to 9 cents is where the offers we're seeing them right now. We are expecting both Duke and AES to be well north of 9.5. We're seeing some outside stuff that they may be well north of 10 cents. So these prices are they're painful, right? They're painful for your residents. The alternative is even worse. And right now, there's about 27 other communities around, we'll call it greater Cincinnati area, that are going through the process. And these prices are right where everybody else is. So it's not. Actually, some of your prices are a little bit better than what some of the communities are. So this movement to closer to 9 cents, we'll say, is going to be widespread across Duke and AES, and right now there's really nothing we can do to kind of stop it. So that's why we're saying at least a 12-month program. Let's let some things shake out in the market. I know there's some things that both at the federal level and at the state levels are looking at this generation piece without that capacity component. Can we get that under control? So let's just look at a 12-month term right now, and then we'll revisit it over the next several months.
Do you have any questions?
I did have one question. I noticed that this morning on the Ohio website, it was at 8.1 for 24 months. Is it because of the difference in the time frame that we're looking at rates higher than that? Or?
Sure. Yeah, so there's a little bit of time lag there. So this big jump in capacity doesn't kick in until June. So any offers out there in the market, they're still kind of averaging in these cheaper prices for at least 2 to 3 months. So we'll expect that those offers on the market, on the public solicitation out, we'll expect those to significantly jump as we get closer to that June start.
So June we'll start seeing the prices jump up from now up until June.
Sure. Yeah, but we'll likely, slowly start to see those increase, because as they start to roll off each of these kind of cheaper spring months and up until June, that price should just naturally start to increase. And then, as always, no termination fees. People can leave the program anytime they want. So nothing, no matter who the supplier we decide to go with, it'll be all the same all terms and conditions that you've agreed to multiple times in the past.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's nothing to do at this point in time. We'll bring an emergency resolution back to the next meeting so we can move quickly to secure pricing if we decide to do an agreement.
Well, it's been good for us so far.
A lot of money to the community.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks, Rich.
Anything else under new business under administration at this time? Fire district, we have a recommendation to authorize the annual intern cooperation agency agreement with the Career Center.
Yeah, so we went back and forth, Brian's reviewed it, a couple edits, so we needed to go back with their lawyer, our lawyer, and went back and forth a couple times, and now we've got an agreement that's good to all parties, so.
I won the rock, paper, scissors battle.
So now we have a 4-year agreement to just, we have an intern working today, and then we also have, when we have people in the DMT program, they'll come and do ride-alongs with us, so this just covers expectations and protects both entities from any.
That's a good program.
What type of ride-alongs is this going to be?
So the ride-alongs is for the EMT program, so it's not really like, ride-along is probably not the proper terminology. They come in and observe as students and do skills and check offs and things along those lines within their EMT program. And then there's also an internship program where they come and they're alternating weeks with students, so one student will come 1 week and the other student's in the classroom, and then they flip. And so they get some hands-on experience with the crews actually doing the job of firefighter.
They actually go out on call on that second round.
Yeah, they don't actually engage in any firefighting or anything to that effect, but they get to go on calls and observe and all of that,
Yeah, that would be very good.
Did that answer your question, Chief?
And do we have like an extra seat in the vehicle? How's that work?
Yeah, they authorize having enough seats for everybody.
Good deal. Okay. Is there a motion to enter into this agreement with the Career Center?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. Then we have a recommendation to make a conditional offer of probationary employment to Jonathan Neanover, Step 1 firefighter paramedic at the rate of $26.30, pending acceptable background checks and pre-employment.
Correct, yeah, we need to offer him a job before we can ask him medically related questions and do psychological and that kind of stuff, so.
Don't want to spend any money on it if they're not going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a motion to approve this offer to hire?
So moved.
Conditional offer to hire. Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. And we have a recommendation to appoint Dylan Stickney as a probationary firefighter paramedic at the step 3 pay rate effective March the 3rd.
Yeah, so he wanted to do a swearing in at the next meeting in the evening so his family could come and attend, so he will actually be starting on the 3rd, but we'll do the formal swearing in that night.
Good for you. Is there a motion to appoint Dylan Strickland as a probationary firefighter paramedic?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. That's good. So you found one, right?
Yeah, so he comes from the city of Springfield, so we've gotten 3, or this will be our 3rd person from Springfield working for us, so you're working out real well.
Good. Are they closer to us, those business, where they live?
No, they all live towards that way.
Okay. All right, well, that's okay. take it. Recommendation to accept the following donation from, in memory of Chester Colvin, one from Michael and Joan Vance and Prudence and Sam Colvin, family members. So the motion is to accept these two $50 donations.
Yes, so moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. And we have a recommendation to accept the retirement resignation of Lieutenant Larry Garman for 20 years of service.
Yeah, you'll see the flyer says 14, that was career, he was part-time for a number of years before we hired him full-time. Larry, he served a career in the U.S. Army and retired from that prior to coming to us, so this is his second career in retirement. He's served the last number of years in the Prevention Bureau doing inspections, so for now, we're not looking to replace his position. Part of our strategic plan is to do an assessment of that bureau to see if we want to continue operating as we always have, or do we want to modify, or, kind of seeing what our options are with that position before we actually replace it, so.
Is he going to stay retired?
Yes, they have a place in Florida, and they're gonna be full-time grandparents and residents of the state of Florida.
Good for him.
But he does have a motor home, so I'm guessing it might come back up in the summertime to visit. That's the plan.
That's awesome. Is there a motion to accept this retirement?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. And we're going to have ceremony on the 28th.
Yeah, this Friday will be his retirement ceremony at Station 21 from 11 to 1.
Okay. Anything else from the fire district at this time? This, I got you. Okay. Police district, we have a recommendation to make a conditional offer of probationary employment to Beth Jones as police clerk pending successful completion of background checks and pre-employment testing, effective March the 24th.
Actually, we'll make that effective a little earlier than that because Beth became available earlier than that. So March 3rd, we'd like to make it effective. We get it turned around in time.
It's great.
That's great. Gave a great interview. She was clearly the highest ranked candidate among the panel interviews that we did. And we look forward to the opportunity to bring her on and work with her. And but just for, I put it in the email, but just for true transparency, Beth is Ryan's spouse. But obviously there's no issue with nepotism. It's different departments. There is no supervisory conflict whatsoever. And Beth was selected on her own merits and interview.
I don't expect she's going to let him bother her at all.
We've not voted against her.
I know Beth, I've met her a couple of times. No worries. Yeah.
That's great.
That decision notwithstanding.
Yep. She's tough enough, for sure.
She'll need to be with those boys.
Yep. That's right. Is there a recommendation to make this probationary employment offer?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Anything else, police department? Pete?
No, sir.
Planning and zoning, just with consent agenda? Nothing new in the road department?
No, sir.
Fiscal officer, well, anybody want to review anything in the consent agenda?
Very good.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Just on second.
Yeah, no worries. Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Okay. Staff updates.
Just want to thank the road guys for their work the past couple of weeks. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Quite a number of consecutive days of call-outs overnight, that kind of thing. So they've done a great job and keeping the community safe, keeping our roads in good shape.
You guys can get some rest here the next, at least for a few days.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
About 2 weeks, it's going to be pretty nice.
We got a lot of trucks to work on, so, trucks to work on. I got 2 at the shop right now.
You
I
know,
love it.
beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It's tough on stuff, isn't it?
The cost of doing business.
Yeah, it's definitely tough on stuff. Okay, and no other staff updates? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah.